What's up, YouTube, Facebook fam? It's your host with the most, the face that runs the place. The champ that runs the camp is back with another video. Before we get into the meat and potato of today's video, guys, please show my social media links some love in the description box below. Today, we are doing a reaction video on a Miss Danica Marie. If you are a part of the black manosphere, if you're a part of social media, if you are a part of any black sectors in regards to YouTube itself, you have probably heard of her name. I would like to think of Ms. Danica Marie as an advocate for black men and black relationships in general, but I find some of her viewpoints very, very interesting just because she speaks so transparently about herself and how these issues are in regards to how she used to be. This is a video today that is very interesting. The title is Men Are Giving Up on Settling Down, Females Don't Qualify. I'm going to leave the link to the original video in the description box along with the her channel link as well, because I want you guys to go check out her content. I've never seen this video, so I'm gonna play a couple minutes of it, give you some feedback, and I got my clicker, my mouse to finally work correctly so we can do this in real time. So let's do it.
Hello and welcome to Danica Marie and our dope discussions. Today we're going to be having a quick discussion talking about how a lot of men are giving up on settling down. And the reason why so many men are giving up on settling down is for the simple fact that so many females don't qualify. And what's sad, you guys, is so many females don't even care that they don't qualify.
So, see, this is what the clicker brings to me now. Now I can do stuff like this. I gotta agree with that. I have to. I'm not saying that a lot of women don't qualify. I know some very, very good women, but there's a lot less good women that do qualify, in my opinion, than women that don't. And you can look at social media, you can look at multimedia, you can look amongst your own group and circle of women. The amount of women that don't care to be a man's wife or to be of wifely order or of wifely aura is staggering. For every one of, let's say, of a Danica Marie, there's probably 200 or 300 women that don't, and that's okay. You know, you live your life, you choose what you want to do with your life, that's fine. I know some women do aspire to be married, and so with the numbers being so skewed like that, it's just hard to even fathom of, I guess we say, run into a woman that does want to be a wife. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, I'm a dude. I'm trying to tell you what I deal with. You know, it's kind of hard to hear that nowadays. But let's continue.
It's really pathetic out here. Now, let me go ahead and say this before we go further into this quick dope discussion. There's a distinct difference between a woman and a female. Females are very combative, very entitled, very selfish, very self-centered. Whereas women, we're more open and receptive. We're more supportive. We're nurturing. We're understanding. We can be led and directed. You know, all of those great qualities women actually possess. You know, we understand our roles, especially in regards to men in relationships, whereas females, they want this.
So before I let her continue, I have to speak on myself. So I've encountered the women that she speaks of, the women that are females, and there's a very feminine or a very womanly woman. It is like night and day. It is like night and day. It's not even a comparison. The more mouth kickback, resistance I've always gotten has always been from a woman that believes that she knows too much for her own good, and she really just can't be bothered to let me explain something to her, or at the very most, at least the ones I've run into, they always seem to have this condescending attitude to where it's like, all right, bro, I know that already. Why are you trying to show me this? Like, I know this already. I'm just as smart as you. And it's not even about me trying to show you something. It's just the fact that being an effective communicator, if I'm going to lead you in a relationship, I got to be able to give you direction and tell you things for you to follow. But how are you going to follow someone if you think you're the leader all the time? Now, don't get me wrong. I think there's a time and a place for everything, but I think relationships do run better when the man is the lead because we're natural leaders. Now, some men might not be cut out to be like that. We all know men like that, are lazy like that don't want to do nothing with themselves. But I'm not talking about those brothers. I'm talking about the men that get up, get out, and go to work every day, make sure their body's right, make sure their mental is right, make sure their relationship with God or whatever God that they pray to is right, making sure that they have their lives in order so if they ever decide to take care of a family or have a family one day, they can take care of that family. The womanly woman is just very cooperative, and she's very soft and sweet in nature, and she's very, very agreeable, very cooperative, not docile, not a mute, because you can convey your arguments or your discussions or your disagreements with me, but have those arguments or discussions be absent of chaos and disrespect. But I'm gonna let Danica Marie finish. I've been going on a little bit too long.
Too many females want to be the king instead of playing the position of the queen. See, women, we know how to do this beautifully. We understand that being in that queen role, although it's in a more submissive role, we understand that it's still a power within that. Whereas the females of today, they want to be in the king's throne. And what's even more scary is that when it comes to these females, not only do they want to abandon the position of the queen, but they want to go about being the king in a toxic way. So instead of being the king, they actually want to be a dictator. Oh.
So I think, again, I have to speak on what I've experienced. If you in the relationship, in the dynamics of the relationship, you want to be able to be the leader and have your partner follow you. Hence the case, you want to have a good partner, right? And a lot of times what I've come to notice, and these are just the women I've run into. I know all women are not like this, but again, like she said earlier, if it don't apply to you, let it fly over your head. There's a lot of women that do believe that if they should not be in the lead, they have to dictate how things operate in a relationship because my feelings matter. You have to cater to me and my feelings because you're pursuing me as the wife. You know, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and all that good jazz. And I think a lot of women use that as leverage because, again, in the end, yes, you know, he who does find a wife finds a good thing, but you have to portray and display yourself with wifely qualities. But if you don't care enough to do it, like she said earlier, you're never going to get chosen. You're always going to get passed up. You know, there's this whole pick-me thing going around about, you know, not being a pick-me, not catering to men or whatever the case is, or if a woman is a pick-me, she gets exiled by the sisterhood and she dies a social death. But those are the women that are typically wifed up, that have the kids and that has the family, that has the house, that gets to rest in their femininity, that doesn't have to work hard every day or has an option to work. And if she does work, she can probably work from home because her husband has himself together, that he can provide that to her as an option. But I think for the rest of this video, like I said, I want you guys to go check out Danica's content. Well, actually, no. Let me let her finish up this little part because it seems like she's got some momentum going here.
Oh. And this is why so many men are giving up on settling down, because why would I, as a king, as a man that is self-sufficient, that is a leader, a provider, a protector, all of that, why would I want to weigh myself down by being with a female that is ultimately going to what? Be in competition with me?
I mean, you know, there we go. Look, if I had things my way, my woman would be very comfortable. She'd be taken care of, right? The only thing I want her to worry about is just how she's going to relax or how she's going to look good on the next vacation that we go on, right? I plan on being able to take care of all these things, and I'm setting myself up to do that. You have to be a man of that caliber, I think, in order to receive that treatment. So it's not like, well, because I'm the man, you need to do this, this, and this. I ain't saying that, fellas. I ain't saying, you know, come to the table with nothing to offer. What I'm saying is, if your game is airtight, you got yourself together, you got your body right, you got your mental right, you got your money right, you have good morals and values in place, you can lead by example, then you should be able to have a woman at your side that wants to follow your program. And I think the only way that you get that is by either demanding it through trial by fire, by executing and producing, or at the very least bumping into someone that wants to get with your program. But never have someone that wants to be in competition to one-up you if they're supposed to be your partner. Y'all partners, y'all work towards a common goal. You know what I'm saying? And I always say this is a big thing too, man. Your partner has to add to your life, not take away from it. So if they're taking away from your happiness, they gotta go. They're breaking your focus, they gotta go. They're trying to be selfish and they want you to cater to them and they don't have your best interest at heart, they gotta go. But I think, Danica's pretty hitting the nail on the head with a lot of these things, because as a man, I've experienced a lot of this stuff, a lot of it. And I see it on a regular basis. I hear it on a regular basis. So I don't know if we are going through a renaissance or if we're going to go through a change, but hopefully it gets better before it gets worse. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to let y'all look at the rest of her video on her channel. I'm going to leave the links in the description box. But like I said, I'm not going to play a whole video. I want to give this woman credit for what she does. She's a great content creator, in my opinion. I want y'all to go check out her channel. That's all I got for y'all today. Y'all know I'll be back in a week, next week, this week, maybe, with another video. Y'all have a good one.